Good morning, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you to Ian McCarg and John Noack, bagpipe and drum, for leading the processional. My name is Nolan Atkins, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost, and it is my great pleasure to declare Lyndon's 111th Commencement Ceremony to be in session. I now invite student musicians Jared Boren, Campbell Gillette, Charlotte Morris, and Ethan Williams to play the national anthem. As our student musicians come to their places, I would like to ask all veterans in the audience to rise, and as they are able. These veterans, who are students, family members, faculty, and staff, and who often set aside their own hopes and dreams to protect and defend our country, we offer our sincere, heartfelt gratitude for your service, both in peacetime and during war, here at home as well as abroad. I would now ask everyone to stand with these honored veterans during the singing of our national anthem, followed by Lyndon's alma mater. Please remove your caps at this time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Above a green and pleasant valley, beneath the azure northern sky, fair Lyndon College bids us rally to sing her praises high. Lyndon alma mater, hail to thee forever, from every loyal son
Thank you, Jared, Campbell, Charlotte, and Ethan, for sharing your musical talents with us today. Please be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party. Starting at my far left are Alexander Strakhanov, Professor of History and Global Studies and our Faculty Marshal. Michaela Stone, Assistant Professor, Education and Reader of the Graduate Names. John Kosenska, Alumni Association President, Class of 1982. Quinlan Peer, Class of 2023 and your student speaker. You can give him a round of applause. Peggy Williams, President Emerita of Lyndon State College and Ithaca College. Congresswoman Becca Balint, our guest speaker. Sophie Zadatny, Chancellor. And starting on my far right, Dan Daly, Professor and Chair of Mathematics and Computer Science and Faculty Assembly Chair. Les Cannett, Interim Academic Dean. Sean Tester, Board of Trustees. Representative James Maslin, Board of Trustees. Representative Bill Lippert, Board of Trustees. Representative Dave Durfee, Board of Trustees. Representative Lynn Dickinson, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Sarah Truckle, Vice President of Business Operations. And Mike Smith, Interim President. I now invite Interim President Mike Smith to the podium to offer his remarks to the class of 2023.
Welcome all, distinguished faculty, dedicated staff, members of the Board of Trustees, Chancellor, community leaders, legislators, proud parents, and families, and most importantly, the exceptional graduating class of Northern Vermont University, Lyndon. Today, as president of Northern Vermont University, Lyndon, I stand before you to convey my gratitude to the parents and family who have supported our graduating students throughout their journey and to offer my heartfelt congratulations to you as graduates on your incredible achievement. I also speak a message that I hope extends far beyond this momentous day. Graduates, as you stand at the pinnacle of this significant milestone, a pivotal moment emerges when your life transitions from being influenced and shaped by others, your teachers and mentors, to a time when you contemplate how you, in turn, will shape the people and world around you. Throughout your life, you will encounter new mentors and leaders who will guide and inspire you. Today, I ask you to think about the legacy you will forge, a legacy that will reverberate through the lives of future generations. Embrace a purposeful existence, one in which every action is imbued with intention and serves a greater cause. Throughout your college journey at Northern Vermont University, Lyndon, I know you have learned and internalized many of the characteristics I am asking you to embody today. Honesty, hard work, perseverance, loyalty, and humility. These characteristics make for great citizens and leaders in our communities. And by the way, our communities need you and the personal and professional contributions you will make. Our individual legacies are not measured by our names or the titles we hold. Rather, they are rooted in the values and principles we embody and the imprint we leave on the hearts and minds of those we encounter along our journey. It will be the lessons we impart the virtues we exemplify, and the positive changes that we make for which we will be judged. First and foremost, let honesty be your guiding light. Be unwavering in your commitments to truth, integrity, and ethical conduct. In a world that sometimes values shortcuts and deception, be a beacon of your word. Demonstrate that true success can only be built upon the foundation of trust and transparency. Hard work, too, will be the core of your legacy. Embrace the value of diligent effort, for it is through hard work that we realize our dreams and make transformative achievements. Embody the spirit of perseverance. Challenges and setbacks will undoubtedly rise, but the relentless pursuit of your goals will set you apart. As leaders, remember the importance of loyalty to those you serve and those who serve under your guidance. Foster an environment of mutual respect, support, and empowerment. Lift others up and create opportunities for their growth and success. True leadership lies not in the pursuit of personal gain, but in the commitment to the well-being and advancement of those around you. Let humility be your compass. True greatness is not found in self-importance, but in genuine humility and the willingness to learn from others. Embrace diverse perspectives, listen deeply, and foster a culture of inclusiveness and understanding. Remember that we can have the most profound impact when we set aside our egos and respectfully collaborate. Ultimately, graduates, the overarching goal of your legacy should be to make this place a better place for future generations. As you embark on your careers and pursue your passions, never lose sight of the greater good. Look out for those who may be less fortunate. Lend a helping hand and advocate for justice and equality. Use your education and privilege to uplift others and positively change your communities and beyond. As you leave the familiar halls of Northern Vermont University's Lyndon campus, remember you are not alone. Lean on your fellow graduates, the faculty and staff who have supported you, the networks you have established, and the community that now expands to all the institutions that will become Vermont State University this July. Class of 2023, I have unwavering faith in your abilities to carry forward this legacy, your legacy, and make a lasting impact on this world. Congratulations once again, and may you find fulfillment, purpose, and joy as you embark on your next chapter of your remarkable journey. Thank you, and best wishes to each and every one of you. I now invite Trustee Chair Lyndon to the podium to offer her remarks.
Thank you, President Smith. I'd like to introduce myself. I am Representative Lynn Smith, Lynn Dickinson. Sorry about that. I represent St. Albans Town in the legislature, and I am a legislative trustee on the Board of Trustees. I am now the chair. I want to congratulate all of you, all of the graduates, your family and friends, and I want to wish Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Don't forget, graduates, call your mother often. I'm part of a traveling team here that's been going to graduations. This is now my third graduation in 24 hours. But it's great to be here at NVU in Lyndon. I'm finding some themes in these graduation speeches and things that are important. Qualities, characteristics. You just heard an interim president speak about that. These are things that you can develop, and they're like muscles. The more you use them and work with them, the easier it is to use them and the stronger they become. One of them is gratitude. For much of the class of 2023, when you came into college or started college somewhere, you did not expect to find yourselves in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. And in 2020, these schools closed down, and it was a turning point. People had to turn on a dime to create new work, new techniques, to learn new things, to develop new things, and it was hard. It was a challenging time. But I want to say that I want to express my gratitude, and I think we should all express our gratitude to the administration, the faculty, the staff, your families, your classmates, and to yourselves, and to all those other people who worked so hard so that you could remain healthy and safe and come back to school, and you can continue your education. There are other qualities. How did people do this? Well, one of the things they developed was resourcefulness. They were resourceful. They were resilient. You were resilient. They adapted. Everybody adapted to a new reality. And they worked together. This was everybody pulling together to help get you to this graduation. And last but not least, there's attitude. People have a lot more fun when they're around positive attitude people. People who are happy, people who are just positive all the time. They generally make things happen. They see problems as an opportunity. They don't complain, they don't whine, they don't give up. They just go out and find other people like them, and they make things happen. And that's what makes all of us better for it. On behalf of I want to thank you all for great congratulations and great achievements. This has been an interesting 4 years or 5 years or however long it took you to get here. But on behalf of the board, I really want to thank you for all the work you've done. And I look forward to all of you making good things happen in all the things you do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, President Smith and Trustee Chair Dickinson, for your kind remarks to our class of 2023. As you know, achieving a college degree requires hard work on the part of students, but it also requires support and encouragement from family and friends. For this reason, I would ask that the entire class of 2023 please rise. Graduates, I invite you to recognize your parents, spouses, partners, children, family members, peers, and friends who have helped you along the way, particularly during this challenging time. Graduates, please give your supporters all a round of applause, and please, as was just mentioned, include some loud cheering for all the moms in attendance on this Mother's Day. I would now like you to turn to the faculty and recognize them for all the wisdom, support, and guidance they have provided during your educational journey here at NVU Lyndon. Please give them a warm round of applause. Thank you, and please be seated. I am now pleased to invite Quinlan Peer to the podium to speak on behalf of the class of 2023. Quinn is graduating magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in broadcast and digital journalism. He has served as a peer leader and SGA president. In athletics, he has been a member of the soccer team for 4 years and a member of the tennis team for 3 years. It's my pleasure to invite Quinn to the podium for the student address.
So my first 5 lines are ad lib about Mother's Day. So I was gonna say that I don't call my mother, like I already said, but someone already said that, so I'm gonna come up with another one. I'm pretty sure, Karen Webster, Garrick John just texted you. I'm a little bit pretty sure. But thank you all mothers for everything you've done for all the graduates. I'd also like to thank the graduates themselves for creating a great 4 years. I'd also like to thank my parents, my professors, and my coaches for getting me to the place I am today. So, let's get started. On August 16th, 2019, the day I moved into Whitelaw 706 my freshman year for soccer preseason, was also the day I heard a speech that changed my life. It is the most true speech I've ever heard in my life. After we moved in, we all had a quick team meeting with Coach Rob Carey. 2 minutes in, everyone's gone, except he keeps the freshmen. It's been 4 years, so I'm not going to be able to get this exactly right. But Coach said something along the following. Look to the person to your left. Look to the person to your right. They will be at your wedding someday. You don't know them at all right now, but the memories you will make, you will never forget. And I'm saying, thank you to those two people on the left and right. Also, thank you, Joe, for wearing pit vipers so I can laugh and stop crying. So now, I'm asking you as graduates to look to the person to your left and look to the person to your right, and look back on the memories that you've made or seen. Like that time someone took a bunch of pumpkins from around town and put them in Veterans Pond. Or those unnecessarily long walks to Darling Hill, like who has time to walk 12 miles? Or that time you saw a grown man wearing a diaper. Just a diaper. Or that one time someone silly stringed your window freshman year, and you walked by yesterday, and that silly string is still on that Crevcore window. But now I want you to think about what that person has accomplished in their time here. Maybe you're looking at a basketball player who scored 31 points against a Division I school. Maybe you're looking at an Emmy Award-winning journalist. Maybe you're looking at a national weather graphic champion. Or maybe you're looking at the man who clinched the school's first conference championship since 2012. But what you are definitely looking at is someone who is resilient. On top of working hard to achieve our degrees, the people of this campus have clawed and scratched to keep us around. When I came to Lyndon, people thought I was weird because it wasn't a big-name school. It was just some little school in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. But what makes us weird is what saved us. Hunter S. Thompson once said, "When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro." And oh boy, have we turned pro. So in 2019, fall 2019, when the white paper came out, we went pro. Then, when COVID hit and Jeb Spalding tried to close this campus, we went pro. So then, when we returned to campus in the middle of a pandemic, we only had 8 positive cases. I'm pretty sure that's pro. And finally, most recently, when they tried to remove books and librarians from our libraries, we went pro. So, when we leave, I have a feeling if something ever goes down in Lyndonville, people will turn pro. And as graduates, we will be ready for whatever comes our way because we are resilient and weird, and at any time can turn pro. In the words of Tim Lewis, I digress. Thank you everyone for 4 amazing years and the amazing memories that I'll never forget. Thank you.
I want to hear more about that grown man in a diaper. College has changed. Thank you, Quinn, for your wise words. And congratulations, really, congratulations for your achievement. You know, this is watching him up here and emotional. I know that it means a lot. This institution means a lot to all of you, and I thank you for that. I now have the pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, Congresswoman Becca Balint. As many of you may be aware, U.S. Representative Balint is the first woman and openly LGBTQ person to represent Vermont in Congress. She is deeply committed to defending American democracy and protecting vulnerable communities. She earned her master's in education from Harvard University and a master's in arts and history from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Her career in education was spent teaching in public and private schools in New England, including the Community College of Vermont. She first moved to Vermont in 1994 to teach rock climbing at the Farm and Wilderness Foundation in Plymouth, Vermont, and the Congresswoman and I have been sort of recollecting during those times because we knew the people who started that organization, the Farm and Wilderness Foundation. She relocated to Vermont permanently in 1997. She was first elected to the Vermont Senate in 2014, and in 2016 she became Senate Majority Leader. And in 2021, she was the first woman and first openly gay person to serve as Senate President Pro Tem. She lives in, why not? She lives in Brattleboro with her wife, a noted attorney and opera singer, and their 2 children. We are thrilled that she has taken the time out of her very busy schedule to join us here today. Warm welcome to our guest speaker, Congresswoman Becca Balint.
Hello, hello, good morning. I am so happy to be here with all of you. I want to say first to the graduates, congratulations, you did it. And also, your families did it too, so congratulations to them as well. Whether you are graduating with a degree or a certificate, this graduation ceremony is for you. Whether you're a Vermonter or you're from out of state or from even another country, this is a joyous day for all of you. You may have studied atmospheric sciences or English or psychology or cinema production. This is your day. Or maybe you've been immersed in criminal justice, business administration, computer information, or anything or everything in between that is offered on this campus. This celebration is for all of you. Now, traditionally and culturally, we make these celebrations together because it's a really big deal. It's a really big deal. It is not easy to get to this day. So many hours of studying, late nights, early mornings, taking care of family members. Maybe you're juggling work and school at the same time. And I'm sure there were times when you thought, why am I putting myself through this? Is it going to be worth it? I see some head nods, yes. And I'm sure your parents thought the same thing at some times. So make sure you sit in this moment and really feel the gravity of what you've done. It's a really big deal. So before I say anything else, I want to follow up on some things that you've heard from earlier speakers. I just want to say Quinlan as well. Beautiful speech. Really beautiful. It's not easy to public speak, and it's really not easy to show your heart while you're doing it, and it was really beautiful, so thank you. So before I say anything else, I want to make sure you are making a mental note right now of all of the people who helped to get you here. Your parents, your partners, the people who stayed up late with you to help you edit that essay, the folks who pulled an all-nighter with you because you didn't want to do it alone. I see a lot of giggling over there. Make a mental note because they need to hear your gratitude and you need to give your gratitude. No one has ever been angry for a thank you. So whether it's a note, whether it's a text, whether it's a call, whether it's shocking, a face-to-face thank you, do it. You will feel better for doing it. And also, graduations are that really special liminal space when you get to be sappy and sentimental and you won't be judged for it. So take full advantage of it. It's really important for all of us to slow down and take stock of where we are, to root us in the big picture. And the big picture right now, from where I sit in Congress, is that we have to go about the business of building connection. We must make it part of everything that we do. We are in the midst of a nationwide crisis of loneliness and a mental health crisis. And it is not simply because we went through a global pandemic together. These trends predate the pandemic. It is such an important issue that our Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, has said it's a national epidemic that needs our attention right now. 1 in 2 Americans right now are suffering from loneliness. It's impacting their family connections, it's impacting their work, it's impacting their ability to connect with others. And it isn't just emotionally and physically uncomfortable to be lonely or anxious. It actually has real-world consequences on our health. So anxiety, depression, but also heart disease and stroke. It can quite literally be killing us. And loneliness and its impact is shown to have an even deeper impact on your lives than being a smoker. That's how much it impacts our physical health. And this rampant disconnection is fueling a lot of anger and hatred and distrust. We have always held different political views since the moment of this nation's inception. But we didn't always demonize each other or dehumanize each other. We are at an unhealthy place in the democracy. And I want us to give attention to that. I am here because I was invited here today because I am a congresswoman, but I am not here today essentially as a politician. I'm here as an American, I'm here as a Vermonter, I'm also a mom of 2 teenagers, and I'm a longtime educator. And I know that we have to get back to a place of deep connection with our neighbors. And I wanted to just let you know, regardless of the demographics, regardless of your gender, regardless of where you live or your age, you will lead a healthier life if you are having deeper connections. And there are extraordinary costs for all of us for not tending to those connections. What I want you to know, though, today is we all know how to change this. And it starts with what I was saying to you earlier. Start with those easy, relatively easy, notes of gratitude to the people that are close to you. It starts with that. It's working those muscles, telling people that you see them and you know what they did for you to get you to this place. And when you work those muscles and you feel more comfortable doing that to the people close to you, you're much more apt to do that to people who you don't know. So let's start building those connections right now, today, for your health and for the health of your communities. It is the work ahead for all of us. The polarization that we see right now is so toxic. When I was running for Congress last year, I heard the same thing over and over again, regardless of what town I was in Vermont. People would say to me some version of this: Becca, I don't want to hate my neighbors, and I don't want them to hate me. I used to be able to talk to my neighbors regardless of our political views, and I feel like we can't do that anymore. And they would say, I'm scared and I'm sad for this state, and I don't want to live like this. And it was people of all different political stripes. So if you felt like you were feeling alone and wanting to turn off the news and turn away from the toxicness, you are not alone. So many people are feeling like that. And we can do something about us. It's holding us back as individuals. It's holding us back as communities. It's holding us back as a nation. So where do we start? Where do we start to do this work? How do we get back to a sense of calm and serenity and purpose and belief in self? For me, and for many people, it starts with the quiet and solitude that I feel in the natural world. And this campus is absolutely gorgeous. And I walked on the campus today and I thought, I'm calming down. I'm turning off all the busyness in my brain. And when I'm in DC, I have been known, despite my staffers' intentions of needing me to rush to something else, I say, you know what, I'm going outside and I'm going on the Capitol lawn and I'm taking off my heels and I'm walking in the grass so I can remind myself how to ground myself in the larger world. Now, I'm not a very religious person, but I'm a deeply spiritual person. And it is getting outside every day in Vermont when I'm back here. I fly home every weekend, and the first thing that I do on Saturday morning is get out in the woods with my dog and smell the pine and listen to the wind and feel a sense of awe. Many of you probably feel the same way. It's why you live in Vermont. It's why you went to school in Vermont. And there's a growing body of research that shows when we experience a sense of awe, whether it is going to something vast like the Grand Canyon or the great trees of Yosemite, or if it's standing in a stream in Vermont and casting a line and feeling the water and the fish around your legs, when you experience a sense of awe, you not only feel your heart opening up, you actually become a more connected person to the world. You feel a greater sense of humility and compassion. That is what the research shows. Now, I know for many of you, you may be thinking, I'm not that person, fill in the blank. I'm not that nature person, or I'm not that spiritual person, or I just don't think about spirituality or the natural world or awe in that way. That's okay. We all have those stories about ourselves. And graduates, today is a perfect day to change whatever story you have about yourself that is holding you back. Today is a day when you can actually start to change that story. And let me tell you about what I mean. I knew at 17 that I wanted to be in politics. I was a news junkie and a political junkie my entire life. I was one of those geeky kids that read the newspaper cover to cover when I was in 5th grade. I knew what I wanted to do. But I was a child of an immigrant dad and a working class mom. I had nobody in politics in my life. I had no role models. And it seemed like just a pipe dream. I was never going to do this thing that I wanted to do. And that story rode me for years and years and years. And as I got older, I went into teaching, which was very fulfilling. I loved teaching. But it was not the thing I was called to do. And I was lucky enough to have a mentor and a spouse who said to me, yes, you're good at teaching and you enjoy it, but we're going to challenge you. You're not doing the thing that you said you wanted to do. And I said, it's too late. At that point, I was in my 40s. I said, it's too late. It passed me by. And they said, no, that's a story you're telling about yourself, and you actually can change the story. But in order to do that, I needed to change my frame about my life. Instead of thinking that all of the things that I had done leading up to that moment had been a distraction or a waste of time or took me apart from the thing I was supposed to do, I started to see that they were exactly the things I needed to do to be in politics. As a teacher, I learned to listen deeply, to think well on my feet, to figure out how to bring a classroom together when you have disparate points of views and experiences. As a mom, I learned, incredible patience and how to eat crow when I thought I knew what I was doing, and I clearly didn't. And I learned altruism in a different kind of way, how to put other people before you. When a parent, you do this all the time. And of course, I realized that being a middle school teacher was perfect preparation for politics because I work with a bunch of people who act like middle schoolers all the time. So in fact, I hadn't missed my opportunity. I was perfectly aligned to do the work. So once I changed the story, once I changed the frame, I was able to do that audacious thing, which was run for office. So, graduates, what stories are holding you back? What stories do you have about yourself that are not serving you? It is a day of commencement, a beginning. You can leave it in the tent and start fresh. So, you're going to thank the people around you, right? That's number one. You're going to think about the stories that are holding you back. And the next thing, my last recommendation is, I want you to discover your home base. What is the thing that you're going to come back to inside of you that's going to help you navigate the rough times? I wish that I could promise you that it was going to be smooth sailing ahead. It's not. You're going to have rough patches. And the way to navigate that is to know what your home base is. So for me, it's always be curious. When I'm frustrated, I get curious about why this colleague is frustrating me. when I'm at a cocktail party for the umpteenth time in DC, and I just can't seem to find the courage to have another surface conversation, I decide I'm not going to have a surface conversation. I'm going to get curious. So for you today, I want you to think about what's your home base. Is it be kind? Is it listen deeply? Is it be patient or take action, make connection, or forgive? When you have a home base that you can go to in those hard times, you remember who you are at your core. I want you to all have tools for the future. And I find it's really helpful for me to put my home base on a piece of paper, either in my office or on a reminder on my phone, to bring me back to center. Because here's the thing. We need to feel better about ourselves if we're going to be in connection with other people. To help us stay connected to other people, we must do all that we can because, frankly, we need it. And our communities need it. And our democracy desperately needs it. So, we need your courage. We need your generosity. We need your humility. We need your grit and your determination. And we need the gifts that you alone, each of you, that you alone possess in order to do this critical, joyful work. Congratulations. We have a lot of work to do together. And this is meaningful work. And I'm excited to do it with you. Let's go. Thank you. Making sure I'm not messing up the program here. Grabbing my notes. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congresswoman Balint. It's an honor to hear from you, and we appreciate you joining us for this momentous occasion. I now invite our student musicians to perform the class song. While they make their way to their places, I'd like to take a moment to note that these musicians, Jared Boren, Campbell Gillette, Charlotte Morris, and Ethan Williams, have now performed at numerous academic events at Lyndon throughout the year, as well as NVU's two-day Greg Fest Music Festival held just this last weekend. I wasn't done. Because I have this to say. These students shine a light on the student talent that exists at Northern Vermont University. They represent the energy and dedication of our music, business, and industry program students. I now invite them to play the class song for the class of 2023.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I'm coming home and my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress.
Thank you, Jared, Campbell, Charlotte, and Ethan. That was absolutely terrific. Let's give them another round of applause. I now invite John Kosenska, class of 1982 and president of the Alumni Council, to the podium to present the Outstanding Graduating Senior Award.
Thank you, Nolan. I'm very pleased to present the Outstanding Graduating Senior Award on behalf of the Lyndon Alumni Council. This award is presented to a senior who exemplifies strong leadership skills, is involved in the surrounding community, and is a 3.0 or greater cumulative grade point average. This outstanding graduate has a true love for Lyndon and all that it stands for, has taken advantage of everything Lyndon has to offer, has participated in student clubs, international trips, has served as a peer leader and student representative on the Alumni Council, and is a fierce advocate for the aspects of the Lyndon experience. Positive, hardworking, cheerful, motivated, accomplished. Today she's graduating summa cum laude with 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Broadcast and Digital Communications, and a Bachelor of Science in Digital Communications, Public Relations, and Marketing with minors in Broadcast and Digital Journalism and Business. It's my pleasure and honor to present this year's award to Alexandra Huff. Congratulations, Alex.
Let me just say, in case somebody is looking in live stream here, Happy Mother's Day, Bob. I want to present to another special lady an honorary doctoral degree of letters. I'd like to invite the children of Claire Duke to come to and join me at the podium at this time, as well as the trustee chair, Lynn Dickinson, our other board of trustees, as well as the chancellor. There we go. Claire Duke's daughter-in-law, Bonnie Stacy, would like to share Claire's story with you, and I invite Miss Stacy to the side podium to share Claire's remarkable story. Just so you know, Claire is, that's what reminded me about my mother, Claire is watching in on live stream, so let's give her a big round of applause. Take it away.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this glorious, invigorating day and this glorious event. I am so grateful to be here today, honoring all of you, your families, the faculty and staff that made this day possible, and most of all, for honoring an incredible woman who is finally, at 87 years young, receiving her college degree. One of my favorite quotes is by David P. Gardner, and he said this: "Much that passes for education is not education at all, but really ritual. The fact is that we are being educated when we know it least." Now, as you may well know, David Gardner was a longtime president of the University of Utah and later the University of California. He was chair of Reagan's Excellence in Education Commission and helped author A Nation at Risk, among other volumes. So he knew what he was talking about when it came to what makes an education meaningful and outstanding, and what kind of education helps people rise above and succeed and become fully contributing and productive members of society, which is the mission of this university and every university on the planet. Now, I, like many of you, have years and years of formal education. I know that every class, every book, every professor has helped set me up for success both personally and professionally, and yet I can't help but agree with David Gardner. Some of my greatest lessons and teachers have not been gleaned from formal education at all. In fact, if, like me, you're lucky enough, you meet someone who is a force of nature, who teaches you more about life than you ever could have anticipated. And that person for me is Claire Diane LaFerrier Duke, the woman who is receiving at long last her college degree today. Claire sincerely wished that she could be standing here in front of you, able to fully express her heartfelt gratitude for this honor of a lifetime. But she recently underwent major surgery and she's home recovering, watching by live stream right now. So I'm hopeful that on the count of three, when I say 1, 2, 3, if you all would be willing to say, "Hi, Dr. Claire," that would be awesome. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, Dr. Claire. Yeah. So let me tell you about this amazing woman. In her 87 years, Claire has consistently demonstrated the following things that all of your speakers today have talked about, from humility to connection to having that home base to contributing. She has demonstrated outstanding professional achievements, outstanding service in or for the state of Vermont, outstanding service in or for this nation, and sustained and dedicated commitment to public life and service. It has been in the way that Claire has lived her life every single day that has taught me the most about what it means to be a fully contributing member of society. So Claire was born in Barre, Vermont in 1935. She can still recall rationing sugar, butter, gasoline, and meat during World War II. She remembers desperately wanting to go to college right here at Lyndon because she had always dreamed of becoming a teacher. However, due to family circumstances, it was possible for only one child from her family to go to college. So even though Claire received a handwritten note of invitation to attend Lyndon from one of the founders of this very college, President Rita Bohl, unfortunately, she was not the one from her family who would ultimately be able to attend college. But typical of Claire, who came from a long line of powerful and audacious women, including her mother, who was a St. Johnsbury native, who owned and ran a construction company when such a thing was unheard of for women. Claire did not let the lack of a college education stop her. Instead, here's just a partial list of her accomplishments. She raised 6 beautiful children, 4 of whom are standing up in front of you today, and two of whom are home with her right now, having flown in from all over the country. And she raised these 6 beautiful children with her beloved husband, David, who is probably right now sitting beside her at age 91, and as they almost always do, holding hands. She was one of the founders of the Barry Lee chapter of the League of Women Voters, a nonpartisan political organization encouraging the informed and active participation of citizens in government. She ran a groundbreaking United States Senate campaign, which was widely considered the first professional political campaign in the history of the state of Vermont. And under Claire's direction, her election team lost that battle in the closest contest among all the United States Senate races in the country that year. Her tireless work in the political realm and her dedicated volunteerism brought her attention on the national stage, where she met 6 sitting presidents, including Presidents Lyndon B. Johnson, Gerald Ford, Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. Claire has sat in those gold chairs that don't look like they can hold you at the White House and attended White House presidential receptions and met first ladies. Claire's dedication and commitment led to a job offer as the assistant to the chairman of a major Vermont political party. She recalls receiving a $10,000 annual salary, knowing it was less than her male peer, but she was willing to accept the terms of her 1-year contract because she believed in the party. And when Claire was in her 2nd year, she asked for pay that matched the pay of her male predecessor, who was earning $14,500 annually. The state committee raised her pay, but not sufficiently to match his, so Claire quit. And that made headlines throughout the state. Can you imagine that? A woman quitting because she didn't receive equal pay? How audacious. Well, that made front page articles throughout the state of Vermont about her audacity. They were published in December of 1979. And while it's hard to believe that women are still fighting that battle today, it's not hard for me to believe that Claire stood up for what was fair, just, and right. And after Claire's work in the political arena, she was invited by a former colleague to open a real estate division as a complementary business to his successful insurance company. So Claire bought a book on basic math. She signed up for a beginner's course in real estate. She regularly worked 60 to 80-hour weeks, more than anyone in my lifetime I've ever met, and turned that real estate company into one of the most successful firms in central Vermont, eventually purchasing the business. Her strong belief that citizens have responsibilities toward their community led her to serve as the chair of the committee that wrote the complete new charter for the town of Barry, which was a huge undertaking, but one that she felt compelled to help organize and to which she contributed. In recognition of her dedicated service in Vermont and this country, Claire has been recognized in 14 volumes in the Library of Congress. She's won numerous civic awards for her dedicated service and volunteer contributions, including the Wendell Pelkey Citizenship Award, among many, many other accolades. In 1980, what is that, 43 years ago, the Vermont State Legislature passed a resolution honoring Claire for her dedicated service to the state of Vermont. So it's so fitting to all of us who know and love Claire that her beloved state recognized her early on, and just as wonderful that Northern Vermont University, soon to be Vermont State University, is recognizing and honoring her today, 43 years filled with additional contributions and connections later. I myself will testify that she's an incredible woman, inspiring in so many ways. She lives her life with compassion and integrity and is a role model on so many levels for me and for many, many, many others. But above all, she is, college degree or not, one of the greatest teachers I have ever had in my life, in or outside brick and mortar. And so now, finally, today, Claire is achieving the one thing, receiving a college degree, that she called her only regret in life when she wrote her memoir. This honorable institution is recognizing, and this is for you, Claire, at home, that you, Claire Diane LaFerrier-Duke, have proven that education can come in many different forms, all of which are equally valuable and valid. You have proven that you are a compassionate, empowered powerhouse of a woman in the way you have lived your life, in the amazing accomplishments you have achieved, and in the character and integrity with which you have conducted yourself. You, Claire, are the epitome of a fully contributing member of society, which, as I stated earlier, is and has always been the ultimate goal of any formal education. So Claire Diane LaFerrier-Duke, don't look now, but you are a teacher, my dear. You have always been a teacher, and you walk among the very best. Congratulations on achieving your lifelong goal. And now, with an apology to David P. Gardner, on to the ritual of formal education. I invite the loved ones, family members of Claire, to come up here in front of the stage. And I turn this podium over to the president of this university to grant you, Claire Diane LaFerrier-Duke, your honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. We have a doctor in the family.
Thank you, Bonnie, for sharing the story of Claire's remarkable and vibrant life story with us today. What a lady. It is clear that she is admired and supported by her loving and large family here. And now, I am honored and pleased to present Claire's children with an honorary doctoral degree in letters.
Thank you, President Smith. Claire, I am also most pleased to present you with the Board of Trustees resolution in support of this honorary degree. Congratulations.
One more time, warm congratulations to Claire and her entire family. I wish you all well.
Congratulations, Claire, and thank you to you and your family for being here today. We wish you the very best. And now, it is time. We'd like to now move to the reading of the graduate names and the processional of our graduates across the stage. I invite Michaela Stone, Assistant Professor in Education, to the side podium. Professor Stone will invite students by department to the platform, and she will invite faculty by department to come forward to the end of the ramp to congratulate students as they exit the platform. Students, please remember to pause at the top of the exit ramp for a photo by grad images. Professor Dan Daly and Academic Dean Les Cannett will assist the president with diploma jackets.
Will the College Steps graduate please rise and come forward? Maria Coviello Gould of the College Steps program will greet this graduate after he comes across the platform. Joshua Dumays, College Steps. Ladies and gentlemen, the College Steps graduate. Will the Atmospheric Sciences graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Janelle Hanrahan and Professor Ari Preston. Brandon A. Adams, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, minor in Mathematics and Business. Gabrielle Renee Heyer Brown, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, minor in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Matthew Robert Condon, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, Associate of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism, magna cum laude. Richard J. Dialessi, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences. Andrew Michael Grotsky, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, summa cum laude. Duncan G. Hurd, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences. Rachel K. Palladino, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Matthew A. Ricuglia, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, magna cum laude. Tegan R. Reeves, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, cum laude. Madison Violet Roy, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences, minor in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Garrick John Webster, Bachelor of Science, Atmospheric Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, the Atmospheric Sciences graduating class. Will the Business Administration graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Mr. Timothy Egan and Professor James Noyes. Haley Morgan Demers, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, minor in Marketing and Psychology, magna cum laude. Riley Starr Fisher, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Yasmin Molina, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Bachelor of Science, Accounting, magna cum laude. Joseph T. Rafis, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, cum laude, minor in marketing. Terrence J. Santaw, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Ladies and gentlemen, the Business Administration graduating class. Will the Communications and Journalism graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Tim Lewis, Professor David M. Johnston, Ms. Carrie Nelson, Professor Megan Meacham. Quinlan Gardner Peer, Bachelor of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism, minor in Sports Management, magna cum laude. Christopher Bean, Associate of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Corville, Bachelor of Arts, Cinema Production, Associate of Science, Photography. Cody Michael David Despins, Bachelor of Arts, Cinema Production. Caitlin Rose Flanagan, Associate of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism. Alexis Foley, Bachelor of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism, Associate of Arts, Photography. John L. Habershaw III, Bachelor of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism. Alexandra R. Huff, Bachelor of Science, Broadcast and Digital Journalism, Bachelor of Science, Digital Communications, PR and Marketing, minor in Commercial Production Business, summa cum laude. Madeline E. Mogan, Bachelor of Arts, Cinema Production, Associate of Arts Photography, magna cum laude. Alec Wolf, Associate of Science, Electronic Journalism Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Communications and Journalism graduating class. Will the Criminal Science, History, and Global Studies graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Paul Searles, Professor Alexander Sturkanoff from the platform, and Professor Brandon Stroop. Jordan B. Ball, Bachelor of Arts, Global Studies, Bachelor of Arts, History, minors in Political Science and Russian and Eurasian Studies, cum laude. Kaylin Ann Barbarette, Associate of Science, Criminal Justice. Renisha Davis, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Associate of Science, Human Services. Taylor M. Evans, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Restorative Justice Concentration. Stephen Anthony Frisha, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Associate of Science, Human Services, Restorative Justice Concentration. Ashley S. Hart, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Restorative Justice Concentration, minor in Psychology, cum laude. Brian Preston James Myers, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice. Ryan Q. Richards, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Restorative Justice Concentration. Jesse Zach, Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice, Focus in Restorative Justice, magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, the Criminal Justice, History, and Global Studies graduating class. Will the education, early childhood education, and graduate education graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Heather Duhamel, Miss Nancy James, and me, Professor Michaela Stone from the platform. Tatiana Barsheva, Master of Education, Education. Caden Brown, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Ashley Callister, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Amy Carlson, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Caitlin M. Downs, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Ashley Marie Eaton, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Catherine Ruth Holcomb, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Jordan Marie Goodermote, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Tiffany Jean Hall, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Allison Lee Harris, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Hinckley, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Kristen L. LaFrance, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Heather Lamore, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Tatiana Grace LeBlanc, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Haley M. Livingstone, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Sydney Marie Miranda Sayago, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Michaela Kestrel Ortiz, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Corey L. Pratt, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Kendra Simpson, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Allison Turnbaugh, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Jillian Woodward, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Kayla Mae Rivers, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, minor in Criminal Justice, Psychology, and Special Education. Ladies and gentlemen, the Education, Early Childhood Education, and Graduate Education graduating class. Will the English, Philosophy, and Film Studies graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor David Johnston and Professor Andrea Luna. It appears we do not have any graduating students present. Shall we pause for them in their absentia? Will the Environmental and Natural Sciences graduates and their faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Ian Balcom, Professor Alan Geese, Professor Allison Lathrop, and Professor Benjamin Lewis. Kyle Joseph Hedgepeth, Bachelor of Science, Natural Science, summa cum laude. Keegan Anthony Winchenbach, Bachelor of Science, Natural Science, minor in Geology and Biology. Ladies and gentlemen, the Environmental and Natural Sciences graduating class. Will the Exercise Science graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting the graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Katie Boulay, Professor Gregory Ledoux, and Ms. Ashley Warwick. Zachary Blazer, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science. Antonio Carlisle, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Alya Christensen, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science, cum laude. Rebecca Victoria Delgado, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science. Melody Joy Martin, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science, cum laude. Kelly Marie Parker, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science. Cassandra Page Pastula, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science, cum laude. Garrick Sebastian Porter, Bachelor of Science, Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, the Exercise Science graduating class. Will the General Studies, Liberal Studies, and Master of Arts in Liberal Studies graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? The faculty greeting these graduates after they come across the platform are Professor David M. Johnston, Ms. Carrie Nelson, Professor Brandon Stroop, Professor Alexander Strakhanov from the platform, Ms. Ashley Warwick, and Professor Brian Warwick. John Otis Brochu, Master of Arts, Liberal Studies. Caitlin Rose Carter, Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Studies, cum laude. Grace Louise Ilsley Green, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Alexander C. Hume, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Marjorie O. Maradiaga, Associate of Arts, General Studies. George Joseph Xavier Menard, Associate of Arts, General Studies. James N. Salvis, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Luke Lloyd Young, Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, the General Studies, Liberal Studies, and Master of Arts in Liberal Studies graduating class. Will the Mathematics and Computer Science graduates and their faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Bradley Beth, Professor Dan Daly from the platform. And we will applaud for them in their absentia. Will the Music and Performing Arts graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Joe Gittleman, Ms. Ashley Warwick, and Professor Brian Warwick. Ethan Simone Levels, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry. Professor Tristan James Olson, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry. Sean Christopher Williams, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry, cum laude. Ian Tenike Kimberly, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry, minor in cinema production. Cameron Paul DeLewis, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry. Matthew James Bro, Bachelor of Science, Music Business Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Music and Performing Arts graduating class. Will the Outdoor Education, Leadership, and Tourism graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Sean Dahl, Professor Benjamin Merkin, Professor Brad Moskowitz. Emily Ann Barr, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, minor in Business, cum laude. Natalie Rebecca Harriman, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism. Carson James Pugliapico, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, cum laude. Alexander Parker Reed, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, cum laude. Javen Anthony Reinhardt, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, minor in Business, cum laude. Michael Norman Ricard, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, minor in Photography. Lucas A. Violante, Bachelor of Science, Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism, minor in Photography. Ladies and gentlemen, the Outdoor Education, Leadership and Tourism graduating class. Will the Psychology and Human Services graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Department faculty greeting their graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Patricia Schein, Professor Lori Werdenschlag. Levi W. Haviland, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Brooke Eileen Brown, Bachelor of Science, Applied Psychology and Human Services, minor in Criminal Justice. Tasia Lynn LaFond, Bachelor of Science, Applied Psychology and Human Services, summa cum laude. Hope Reeve, Bachelor of Science, Applied Psychology and Human Services, magna cum laude. Sydney E. Smith, Bachelor of Science, Applied Psychology and Human Services, Associate of Science Business, summa cum laude. Connor J. Spencer, Bachelor of Science, Applied Psychology and Human Services. Ladies and gentlemen, the Psychology and Human Services graduating class. Will the Visual Arts graduates and faculty please rise and come forward? Visual Arts faculty greeting graduates after they come across the platform are Professor Kate Renner, Mr. Michael Roosevelt, and Professor Kelly Glansbrush. Javon T. Birch, Associate of Arts, Photography. Thomas Tyler Dagnault, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration. Samson Fickus, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration, summa cum laude. Beth Holman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration. Nat Julo, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration, cum laude. Alita Reed, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration, magna cum laude. Gwyneth Shepard, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation and Illustration, Associate of Science, Music, Business and Industry. Sebastian J. Siegfried, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Animation and Illustration, summa cum laude. Sarah Atwood Smith, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, Associate of Arts, Photography, minor in Marketing, summa cum laude. Ellen M. Tierney, Bachelor of Arts, Visual Communication Design, summa cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, the Visual Arts graduating class.
Thank you, Professor Stone, for completing the very noble task of reading our graduate names. Let's give her a round of applause. Provost Atkins to the side podium for the conferring of the degrees.
President Smith, before we confer degrees, I would like to take a moment to recognize our graduates who are receiving 2 degrees today. Could you please stand to be recognized for your demonstrated focus and hard work? 2 degrees, please. My congratulations to these students for their extra measure of success. Thank you, and you may be seated. President Smith, it is now my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here who are qualified to be awarded degrees have met NVU Lyndon standards and have received the recommendation of their respective major departments. The Faculty Assembly recommends such candidates be awarded the appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic achievement. Would the faculty please rise and turn to face the graduates? Would the faculty please formally confirm the College Steps candidate and our candidates for associates, bachelor's, and master's degrees? Please indicate your approval with an enthusiastic aye. President Smith, these candidates have been confirmed. Thank you to our faculty. You may be seated.
Will the graduating class of 2023 please rise? Oh, I could go on for a couple more hours. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Vermont State College System, I do hereby confer upon qualified candidates your corresponding certificates of completion, as well as your associate's, bachelor's, and master's degree, and welcome you to the Academy of Scholars. We will now proceed with the ceremonial moving of the tassels. Of the tassel. Graduates, at this time, please move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present NVU Lyndon's graduating class of 2023. We got one more thing to do. Please be seated. I invite the Alumni Council President to the podium for the next induction.
I'll ask the Alumni Council representatives to please rise. With the Alumni Council here to bear witness, and by the authority vested in me by the Constitution and bylaws of the Lyndon Alumni Association, it is now my honor and privilege to formally induct NVU Lyndon's 111th graduating class into the Lyndon Alumni Association with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attendant thereto. Congratulations.
Welcome to our newest alumni, the class of 2023. One more big round of applause before we close. And now, graduation guests, I pronounce this is the conclusion of our commencement ceremony. I invite all families, friends, and guests, alumni, faculty, and staff to the Standard Gym where you meet the graduates. Please wait for the recessional of the graduates, faculty, and the platform party that is completed before leaving your seats. I now invite Ian McCarg and John Noack, bagpipe and drum from the Vermont Institute of Celtic Arts, to lead the recessional. Please make sure to give them plenty of room as they march out of the tent. Don't crowd them or the faculty lineup while you're taking photographs. Thank you and congratulations again, class of 2023.